Hi folks, I'm out today with Jenny, who is my camera girl for the day, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a series of videos and put them together covering the Wemyss Private Railway. So I'll have a wee bit of history that will pop up throughout the video as well, just tell you about what happened with the Wemyss Railway, what it was used for and whatnot. But today we've just come off the Thornton, so there's a wee track road that comes to Thornton that way. We've got the Thornton bypass, so the A92, which is running that way. Beyond those trees down at the bottom is the railway line, so it comes through Thornton, goes underneath the A92, and then around and joins on to the main, the East Coast main line, which is there, and it also curled that way and headed up towards Ladybank. So that way goes to Kirkcaldy, that way goes to Ladybank, or Markinch and Ladybank and whatnot. But there was also a tunnel which went under, because there used to be lines which cut off and headed towards the Wemyss, but then those were removed and there was a tunnel went underneath the main line and headed towards Wemyss. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a walk along this path, and eventually it comes on and joins on to where the line used to go through West Wemyss Station, and then what we'll do is we'll have the video continuing on, and it'll go to I think there was Wemyss Castle Station, and then they were carried on to Buckhaven, and there was a few different lines that came off that as well for the different collieries and whatnot. So we'll do that, we'll sort it all out in the editing and whatnot. We'll see how it goes, so hope you enjoy the video. So in that kind of triangle there is another bridge that goes under the main line, and that was for, I'll put the overlay up here, going to show the bridge and the map. So that was for the line which then continued on to Wemyss. So there's nothing in this kind of area. It's all just weed. So just skipping that bit, and we'll move a wee bit further down to where this roadway meets where the railway was. Okay, so if we look at the map again, putting up, the railway came basically where these are. We've got the pipeline there, which you'll see on the map, and then there's the river kind of in here, the burn. So the railway came across here, through this field, and then here there would have been a level crossing, and out there, and then the railway continued on down the edge of this field, and this is where the pathway now runs. So we'll walk up here, we'll take a look at this wee kind of area, see if there's anything to signify that there was a level crossing. Right, so the railway would have come through these trees and up this way. So I mean, this gate here looks round about where the level crossing would have been, but I don't see anything to indicate that has been part of the original crossing, because the hinges are on the wrong side. So this looks like it's been more modern. But I knew we would have run down that way. Yeah, that's better. The railway would have run down there. So this here would have been, in fact, looking at it, it's got a straight line there. No, there's not even any posts. You see any posts on that side, innit? Yeah. Yeah, it's obviously been... Unless there wasn't any actual gates, maybe it was just a... Maybe it was just the trackway across it. What's that? Maybe been something to do with it. I know. As we come in, we've now got these fence posts. So I'm guessing the original fence posts, because they're not sleepers. But you've got the fence posts here, and you can see quite clearly the embankment that the railways had. There's more fence posts at that side. And the power lines. Whoa! Fuck. Nice wee pile of bricks here. And Jenny found one that's got actual, you can make it out, so Bowman and Co. Because when we'd seen one there, it was just like Bow, and we were like, oh, maybe it's Bow Hill. But then we were like, no, it's Bowman and something. So Bowman and Co. Okay, so we're at the end of the path. Obviously the railway continued on there, and if I turn, we'll see it's now overgrown. So in here is West Wemyss Railway Station, or at least the remains of. So we'll go in there and we'll have a look. But this is where it kind of intersects with, I think it's Queen Mary's Passage or something like that. I'll look into it and find out what the actual name of it is. It'll come up here. So there's a wee bit of history about this roadway as well, but obviously we are focusing on the Wemyss Railway. So down there we'll be able to get into the remains of the station house, and then there's just kind of see the signs of the platforms in there. So we've explored this before, but we'll take another look and get some better photos and see what's in there. Yeah. Yeah. You were here before, Jenny. You know, I remember being here before. On the edge of the platform. Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, the edge of the platform. There's nothing really at this side. And I think that's pretty much how it was. The last time we were here, there wasn't really any kind of sign of any platform at this side. There is something a bit further down. But I don't think it's platform related. I think it was more maybe bridge or tunnel or something, I don't know. So it gets quite a bit higher on that side the further down it goes. So I think maybe it was something to do with a loading platform. There remains an old shed down there. What's that? Ah, it's the top of the telegraph pole. Or at least maybe something that's been attached to, the station. You know, it's certainly the top there. So like we say, there's a slope down for the platform there, and then there's the remains of a shed of some sort. Maybe been a maintenance shed or something in there. So I think there's old photos of the railway station online, but I'm not sure where to find them. So I'll have a look. I'll maybe see if I can get one popping up there now. Maybe up here. If not, then maybe on the exploration. That. It's like a wee cut in there, see it? Maybe in the signal box or something, maybe there. Have a look. So I don't know where this was. Maybe this was where the signal box was. Don't know. I'm sure by the time I made it, and I'll maybe be able to find out what that was. But obviously the railway in there, station up there, and then got the Thornton Road through there. Trying to find another anchoring point for one of the posts. So I'd tried before to, well, I'd
What?
lost my hat. Yay. I don't see any signs of it here. Obviously the road's been modified and resurfaced and whatnot loads of times, so the chances of seeing anything to do with the old bridge here are pretty slim. I'll take a look at the other side and see if there's anything there. So straight away coming in here, found the kind of remains of some buildings. There's one for Hunter.
Can I go in?
No.
Oh, there's a toilet.
Yeah.
Want to see?
You don't want to see. It's just a toilet. So there's other things along there, bits and pieces.
Oh, there's a bit of chair.
Right, so we've got the end of the path here, and we've got some sort of remains. Around this area was the Duncan pit part of the Wemyss colliery, and there's a lot of kind of old fence posts, and there's a pile of roof tiles over there. Don't know how recent some of this is, but we've got more fence posts there, and then this over here as well. So we've kind of come to a dead end. There's a garden back there, but with no entry in the fence, and Wemyss seems disinterested in people exploring. But I don't know, maybe this was a loading platform or something, because the map shows, a bit overlay, the map shows that there was a line that came in here, and then it joined on to the actual line which went underneath the Stone Road, and then heads off down to Wemyss.
Yeah.
So there's other bits and pieces scattered on among here, where we think the beginning of the, where we know the beginning of the Wemyss line was. What's that? Yeah, found some brick. Yeah, well spotted, Davy.
There's more.
Yeah, there's lots of it scattered around here, isn't there? Hi, Davy.
Hi, Daddy.
Careful. Careful. Stay right in the middle. No, not in the, no, I mean like right in the middle there. Yeah, that's it. Now Davy's found a bit of coal in this swampy area. Right, so having looked over there, nothing to report on, but the railway would have come under the Stonnington Road, come here, and then what we've got here is obviously the parapets, I think that's the right word, correct me if I'm wrong, for where the bridge crossed the burn here, and then it would have connected, well not connected but run alongside the Wemyss Private Railway, which started up that way. So what you found? Loads of bits of bricks around there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So there's a clump of bricks there, and then that tree's right and ripped them up. Right, so let's cross back over this bridge that's here. Be very careful.
Found another bit of coal.
Yeah, well you only need one bit.
I like coal.
So we'll go up and we'll follow the embankment. Whoa, careful. You okay?
Yeah.
You making it?
Well, I've made it.
Right, so this is us on, you can see the slope there.
Oh, there's a tub.
So there is.
Looks like a giant hat. The bank.
Right, so we're at this point now. We've got a couple of different paths that we could take. So looking at the maps, the Wemyss Private Railway run on this side of the burn, and the actual North British Railway line run on that side of the. So the Wemyss Railway stopped somewhere before coming to the colliery, so one of the pits. I walked right past it, but Davey spotted it.
Yeah. I didn't see it when I was whacking this mushroom.
We've got here what we think is a rail that's embedded in the ground. Obviously it's, if it is a rail, it's
Being cut.
well, that could be the end of it. I mean, we don't know how much of it's buried underneath there.
Well, it could be the buffer stop here. Then I went, wee.
Well, this maybe this was the start of it, but I don't think so because I think here, I think this would have been the end of it, because I think up here is where the colliery is.
Not like straight.
So, I mean, it might not be. I mean, if it is a bit of rail, then it's slumped. You know, it's sunk down, or it's not sitting on a. Yeah, and it goes all the way along. Maybe. Yeah. Well, don't.
It goes down.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's buried underneath there. So it'll not be sitting on any. It'll not be sitting on any sleepers.
Yeah. Might be a railway cart rail. Like, there might be another one.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Down and then up and then.
But it could just be one. It could just be one rail that they've left behind when they've lifted the rest of the track up.
What's that?
That's one bit that's left behind. So yeah, here around about here would be where it says the colliery is.
Ooh, I wanna go down.
No. No, we'll not go that way, we'll go up this way.
Oh yeah, these on your can thing.
We've got some solid ground there.
I wonder what's in it.
So if we have a look at the map again, there was a line that run that way and it follows those trees, if I'm pointing the right place, follows those trees down to where the houses are, and then I think there was a switch over to a wee kind of wagon way which led down to a tunnel which goes down to West Wemyss. More buildings here than there was on the map. Ow. So could this have maybe been... Oh fuck, I'm slipping again. The wash house for the workers or something. No, because they're all the same sink. Oh, fuck. I know. A strange one. So I'm guessing that these buildings were a bit newer than the map that I was looking at. I'll maybe look at one of the later old maps, because there's barely any distance in, and we've got this kind of, almost looks like there could have been a portal here for the tunnel, or at least a cut in anyway. I can't see anything beyond those nettles, but the fact they're at quite a bit of a height, and this looks like it's been infilled. So there's nothing else. Everything else has been filled in here. But this is kind of gradient there to that wall. Another coincidence maybe? Right, so I've been all the way down that way. Had a look in among all the trees and all that, and there's nothing there to indicate any part of the north portal of the tunnel. This here seems to be the only kind of signs that there's been any kind of trackway here. So, and obviously, as we've said before, the railway ended up by the school, beside the main road. That's where the actual railway itself ended. But then there was a cartway which carried on all the way. So the portal for the south end of the tunnel, it's down there. So we'll take a look at that. Might have to take some pruning shears with us. Get a better look at it. But there's really nothing left. Some metal, whatever it is. Right, so this is where we're coming to the end of the route the railway followed. I've now got a farm road, and then through those trees there's housing. So that way leads back to the main road that goes through the Wemyss, and then that obviously leads up to a farm. So we'll take a wee walk up just to the edge of these trees. fact that there's been a wall there. Alright, it's a river. I'll maybe get an overlay of the maps. I'll maybe show the bridge. Ah. So there's an official pathway. Right, so rather than going down onto the main road and going along, we'll go through here. And this, I think, should lead into the kind of new housing area behind the nursing home. And it's around about there that there was a wee branch line came off. Went down to one of the collieries. So the railway would have been in there. And then it kind of continued on, basically at the back of the houses. So the railway came through, obviously these houses and this care home wasn't here, but there was a level crossing here, and I think there's photos of the level crossing somewhere, but then the railway run down this way, and obviously we've got here a little memorial to the Wemyss Private Railway and the pit that was nearby. But this kind of branch line run down this way, pretty much where this road and this embankment is. So nice wee flower bed there. Michael Colliery.
The story you're about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed. Here, only the names have been changed. The story you're about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed. Here, only the names have been changed. The story you're about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed. Here, names have been changed.
Under it. Oh, there's stairs.
Is there? Ah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's for some degree.
Yeah, maybe there has been steps underneath there. Tell me, Davey, come back down off of there. But go round that way. Go that way. That way. Around that bushy bit. Is that rock? Is that stones underneath all those? Is that bricks?
Yeah.
So all that bit's stony as well? Ah.
Excuse me. What was that? A big slug.
So we're coming up to the main road, and this is where there was a bridge. So the road went over the railway. So obviously the railway continued on here, but we've got to go up this bit of an incline here. But the railway went underneath and continued on to Buckhaven. So we've got a couple of wee ornamental planters that have been made to look like wagons here.
Got mine and did all that. Well,
So the railway went from under the road and then follows these trees along to Buckhaven. So So we're going to go back this way a wee bit. There's an opening. We're going to get onto this path and follow it along. See what's along there.
Brooks.
You see any names on those bricks?
There's a worm.
There's a worm.
Not just any worm. The big worms.
No.
I have big worms.
Oh wait, Wemyss. There's Wemyss on that one. Point in the right place. Oh yeah, there's one there as well. Wow, it's a big bee, isn't it? Another sleeper. Yeah. Look. Nice post. So look how much of an embankment this is, Davey. Very steep on both sides, isn't it? I'm not quite sure what that incline was for. Because obviously that wouldn't have been there when the railway was here. So I'm guessing that if the bloody thing moves, I'm guessing that the railway would have still been running down along that way. Into the side of it. No problem. Fucking ton! We don't want you to turn. Right, so we've come along here and come to the end of this pathway, and we reckon that this is probably a better bet on where the footbridge was, because we've got a path that leads to the main road there. So looking back, you know, reckon that this would have been, so the path would come here, and then there would be the bridge going over the railway. So we'll take a walk that way, I suppose, and see if we can find any signs of the railway station. That looks like the base of a bridge. So the supports would be in here. Right, so this has always been a yard of some sort. Whether or not it's been connected to the railway, I mean, if it was, then it's been done after that part of the line's been removed, and possibly this section's been still in situ. Don't know. I'll look into that one. You'll maybe be reading details about it. Maybe not. Yeah. Certainly this is where the railway did run. Right. We've finished off down there, and the railway run basically along here and through that way. So we've got an abandoned building here, but what we'll do is we'll go back down the road and we'll go round and we'll try and get it, follow it from the other side. So we've got a map. Yep, David's got it there. So where that building was, that was where Buckhaven Station actually was. Because you could just see it over the top of the trees there. But there was like a goods yard and things like that for a sawmill that was around this area. And then the actual line itself, the main line, went pretty much through where this car park is. Around here was where the where the actual bridge over the road was. So, and then the railway continued down this path down to Buckhaven High School and went on that way. End of the pathway, got the Buckhaven High School here, and then it comes to here. We've got kind of bricks there, but the railway used to go under the road here. Obviously it's been built up over time, like the cyclist path, but went under the road here and then continues on down the back of kind of parallel to the main road there, down to Methil docks anyway. So take a wee walk across here, get a look at it from across the road. So obviously those flats are new, and judging by the way the wall goes, I'd say that would probably be around about where the wall was. So the railway would have went down this way. So that's where they say all these trees came from seeds from people either chucking their apples out the cinema or from the train. So there we go. Hope you found that video interesting. Please like and share, and we'll catch you later.